What up, Hammock folks? Figured I'd show you my setup today. This is probably a 30-foot span, maybe 25-30 foot span. Using these poly webbing straps, just running a carabiner around there down to some Beetle buckles. So these Beetle buckles are pretty sweet. I can run this Dyneema line around it, or just straight to the continuous loop on my hammock. This is a Whoopie sling that I made. I got 15-foot straps, couldn't make it, and so yeah, I added on these Whoopie slings. This is my Warbonnet Blackbird XLC. Love this thing. Integrated bug net. So I just have this ran down to my stake. That's the shelf. I don't know that I would typically do that. Maybe I'll test it out, see how that works. Yeah, and then up top we got a Superfly tarp. I'm running this cordage up here for my continuous ridgeline is a Namaline Dutch hook here. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna splice that in, but right now it's just tied off. That is ran all the way across. The reason I'm out here trying to test some things out is these guys, Namaclaws. I tried running the Namaclaws without the opening in it. Didn't like that as much because that meant I was keeping my tarp attached to my continuous ridgeline. I wanted to be able to set up my continuous ridgeline and then hang my tarp directly to these Namaclaws, and then I can adjust it from there. And then I took that same concept. I didn't come up with this. I think I saw a video of I believe he's the creator of Namaclaws, and I liked his setup for the Guylines, so I kind of stole that. Yeah, so down here I just have my Guyline tied off with a taut line hitch. Pretty sweet because I can adjust it if I need to take it off. If I break a stake or something, I can just, open it up and move it to a different stake. I'll show you on this side. So the idea here is, I will leave my guy lines attached to my stakes. Maybe I'll take them off, probably leave them attached. And then I have this shock cord, larks headed onto the four corners of my tarp. So I come over here, put my stakes down, and just hook this onto the shock cord, and then I can just give this a tug, and it tensions. That's pretty sweet. You let it go, and we're not going anywhere. This wind is trying to make it move around, and we're dancing, but this is kind of a oddball setup. Let me take these stakes down and I'll show you what it would look like. So I got the tarp poles taken down on this side so I could give you an idea. The nice thing is I run a little extra line so that I can put it in porch mode, but if I need to, bring it down closer to the ground, just give this a tug. Give this a tug. Now we're still a little high, but let me take the other poles down. And then on this side, do the same thing. It's pretty damn quick. Get these cheap one wind pole mod, whatever you want to call them, on the top. Give me a little more room. Get on the edge over here so you can see. This is not centered in the slightest, but it adds a lot of room. Just figured I'd show that off. And then another cool little thing I did, again, I saw this on, I don't know, probably the Hammock forum. Got these nice little titanium mitten hooks, totally overkill, but just tied it off here onto the doors. The nice thing about that is it keeps my doors up and out of the way, not flapping in the wind. Forgot to show off this other side of the continuous ridgeline. Just running a titanium Wasp from Dutch. Figured I'd show you some of it as I'm packing down. I have this snakeskin, I think it's called, tarp sleeve. Comes in from both sides, which is pretty nice. And then just running I think it's called a bishop bag, a double-sided stuff sack. It's pretty nice because I can just disconnect here from the Hammock claw. Yeah, I can disconnect here and stuff it in that stuff sack, and then I just leave these rings just hanging out the side of the bishop bag or stuff sack. So yeah, let me pull this down. I'll stuff it in this bag so you can see what I'm talking about. Real quick before I take this back down, I want to show you how these Hammock claws adjust. It's real nice. You just slide the tarp. As the tension is taken off, that cam in there pulls back against the cordage, holds itself in place, and then to take it down, you just slide it back and Bob's your uncle. Or maybe Shug's your uncle. And so here we are. Here's my tarp all back in the bag. You see I got a ring on either side. And I can come up to my ridgeline. And 1 second. Just hook it right on. And I would just undo this side of the bag, drag it over here, hook it on the other side, and we're all set up. Wanted to show off how I did these stakes. Got this idea from a dude on YouTube, Devil Dog Bushcraft. Just tied up my line. I kept my Hammock claw on here. He doesn't run a Hammock claw, but same concept. Tie your guy line directly to your stake, and I just have the guy line taut line hitched on there, and it's as simple as you can just pull this out, nice and neat, no knots. And then to tie this back up into a hank, you just do the old wrap around your fingers, lie it down in one of those sides of the stake, and then just tie it up. When you get to the end, just make a loop, put your cord back through it, pull it tight, and there you go.